Let's go to Jim in New Brighton. Hi, Jim.
How you doing, Al?
I'm doing great.
You were talking about the Wind Cave and the archaeologists finding some Rapid City. My first wife is from Hot Springs originally, and there's a Wind Cave there in Hot Springs that my brother-in-law has worked at for many years, and it's pretty unique when you go in that thing. Also, I don't know if you're aware, but your buddy might want to look up Hot Springs, South Dakota. There's also a mammoth site in Hot Springs, South Dakota, that was discovered in the mid-'70s. And there's all kinds of archaeologists that were, they're digging up giant dinosaur bones. In that.
I've read about that, and I'm sure Chris is very familiar with that.
Is he? Okay, yeah. Hot Springs is about 60 miles south of Rapid City on 79. And there's also my father-in-law was the mayor and a civil engineer, and he also was 1/10 owner of the Evans Plunge, which is a size of a football field, natural hot springs indoor swimming pool.
Cool.
Pretty unique. If you've ever been to the hot city of Hot Springs, it's a tourist deal, but it's quite a place. But anyhow, the mammoth site is something that if anybody's interested in the dinosaur bones, it would be a good thing to look. So
they found a lot there, didn't they?
Oh yes, they did. Yeah.
In fact, didn't they find complete skeletons there?
Yes, they did. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
I haven't been there since '94, I guess, but it's quite a deal. So Hot Springs has a lot of unique things. So I just thought I'd mention a couple of things there for you, sir.
Jim, thank you. Good stuff. I appreciate the call.
You do a real fine job. I'm glad you're back.
Thank you very much. Appreciate the call. Chris, you ever been to Hot Springs?
I have not. We didn't spend a lot of time West River. I had only been out past the Badlands to the kind of that area, Mount Rushmore and Black Hills, probably twice. As I said, it's a long, long trek across the state. The state of South Dakota, as you know, Al, it's a very wide state. It's not the most exciting.
Earlier in my career, I would drive from Rochester, Minnesota to Sioux Falls. Mm-hmm. And then I would go to Rapid City, where we had radio stations. Mm-hmm. And I looked at the map, and I looked at how long it would take me to drive from Sioux Falls to Rapid City and then back. And I thought, I just can't take that much time. So I would drive to Sioux Falls, and then I would fly from Sioux Falls to Rapid City, and then fly back to Sioux Falls and pick up my car and drive back to Rochester, Minnesota. That's a long haul.
Well, and the worst part about it is the first 2/3 of it, probably, not the half, maybe half, just over half of it, is really some of the most boring road you can travel in the entirety of the United States of America. Now, once you start,
certainly don't. You don't want to drive it in the wintertime during storms.
No, that's actually because of the wind out there. I mean, you get into that, and that's where I grew up. I mean, that's the plains where the wind comes in from a long way, unabated, and you get into some of these. You get going through some of these drifts, and it'll knock you right off the road. But once you get halfway through the state of South Dakota and you start getting into the West River side, it rapidly changes and it becomes
beautiful,
amazing.
It is some of the nicest landscape, most beautiful landscape you'll see anywhere in the country.
Very, very unique to its region. It's very much what you would see on a postcard. You can see it and immediately know where it is and what it is. It's awesome.
Yeah, I used to love to fly out to Rapid City, and when you're in the air, you can see the difference in the topography. I mean, it's amazing. It's gorgeous. I mean, it's just unbelievable.
The movie.
All right, we're going to take a break. What?
Sorry. Oh, the movie Field of Dreams was shot not far from my grandpa's ranch, or his former ranch. He sold it now, but it's always great to watch that movie because that is exactly. I spent summers out there, and some of the, they film it in the most ideal conditions, so you'll get like sunrises and sunsets. But it really does. It just takes me back because they capture it exactly how it looks out there, just golden
It
plains.
wasn't filmed in Iowa?
Field of Dreams? Come on, man. Oh, I'm sorry. Not Field of Dreams. I always get the two mixed up. The other Kevin Costner one. Dances with Wolves. Dances with Wolves.
Yeah.
Not Field of Dreams.
I could see how you could confuse that. One where you have Indian tribes and the other where you have the Cleveland Indians. I could see where that could be confusing.
All right, they're both 4-hour Kevin Costner movies.
Where was that regroup button? We were talking about the button.
We go back to 11 and start over.
Neil, you're coming up next. Don't go away. This is CCO.
Come on.